this computer. Okay, great. So we're going to talk about how do we give recognition to our team. I know a lot of you want your numbers to show up on the Enagic's Difference Makers Rising Stars call, and some people are not on there, and you're probably wondering, well, how do I get my numbers up on there so that, you know, I can get recognized for the work that I've done during the week. So let's do this. I'm going to do a screen share. Okay, hold on a second. I have to familiarize myself with where I am on this computer here. All right. And let's go check out Bizrunner. So I'm going to do a screen share. Ooh, there's so much going on this morning. All right.
You're human, just like us. We had no idea.
Really? I thought I was an alien, Jenny. What are you saying? Oh my goodness, what are you saying? I thought I was an alien. Beam down here. All right, guys. So here we are this morning with our challenges. And where are you guys? Here you guys are here. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. And there we go, Bizrunner. Finally. All right. Is everyone seeing the screen now?
Screen sharing, yes.
Nice. All right, guys. So we're looking at Bizrunner, and today we're gonna talk about the Leaderview. So on your home screen, there's the 3 dots on the bottom right. If you click on that, all right, it'll give a second. There it goes. And then we're gonna click on Leaderview. All right. Turn off this computer. It's a little bit slower. Turn off all the other stuff in the meantime. So here we go. So it's going to take a second to load up right now. So the Leaderview is this is how we do the Rising Stars on Friday. It happens right here where you get to see everything that's going on with your team. So we are a team on the Difference Makers, right? Even though we're in different teams, we're all one team on the Difference Makers. So the Difference Makers is a huge team, close to 100 people, and more people joining every day. And that's one of the beautiful things about Enagic. So with Rising Stars and with the Bizrunner Leaderview, you can see what's happening with your team real time. All right. And you're not going to see their information. You're not going to see their business contacts. You're not going to see who they call. You're not going to see that. But what you will see is them getting their medals for doing the very activities that will create the success that they crave and that you crave, right? So, the medals, how do you give recognition? So you all know we do Rising Stars recognition. You can do it that way. It's taking a good old time to load up, isn't it? Let's see. It's loading up. So there it goes. There it goes. So now we're looking at the Difference Makers Bizrunner right now, and we're seeing what has happened so far for last week. So this is what I see on the screen. So when you work with your team and you get their medals, it'll show up like this on your screen with their names, right? And you could send, if you look on this right here, Antonio Giuliano is on the top here because he starts with A, right? And you see there's a little email, text message, and phone. So you can give Antonio a call or send him a text message or email to congratulate him on the work that he's doing, right? So this is why it's so important. For me, 2019 was all about helping teams to come together. So if you have anyone in your group that's working, come together and do this together. So I'm going to show you how to get your team into the Bizrunner app so that you guys can see what's happening with each other. All right. Now I'm going to go back to the front end here. All right. But before I go there, let me show you some little things that I'm able to do. So right here where it says NCPFE, names list, contacting, presenting, following up, and enrollments. And if I click on N, All right, it's gonna put everything in order for me and show me only the active team members this week. If I want to see everyone, so sometimes people are like, how come my name wasn't called? If I'm only looking at the active team members for the week, if you were not active, then you will not show up on the screen. If you want to see everyone who's on the team, you want to click the same active team members this week, click on that and it's going to show you everyone that's in your team. All right, here, 90 people on the team, 38 active for last week so far, and it gives you the average score of what's happening with the entire team. So this is a beautiful leader view so that you can call out the names of the people who are doing what they have to do. And you just click on this letter here and it will bring everyone into order, right? Based on gold, silver, and bronze. All right, guys? So this is what the leader view looks like. I'm gonna now move over and I want everyone to have your phones out because if you wanna be recognized on the difference makers call, I'm gonna help you get that done today. All right, so I'm going to go back to the home screen. Give that a second to load. All right, and now we're back on the home screen. So what I would like you to do to get yourself set up this morning so that you can get recognized on the Enagix Difference Makers Rising Stars is I want you to click on the 3 dots on the bottom here, everyone. All right, and this is how you're gonna help your team members do it as well. If you want your team members to be recognized on that call, then you want to make sure that you put in the numbers here. So let's go here and we're going to click on where it says My Settings. All right, and when you go to My Settings, everyone should be doing this on their phones to make sure. All right, and then you would click on where it says Permissions and Update Passwords. Click on that. And then I want you to select permissions. All right. I'm going to do that one more time for those who are like, some people are maybe a little bit slower this morning. All right. I'm going to go back to the home screen. All right. And how did I do it? I clicked on the 3 dots on the bottom right. And then I selected My Settings. I'm going to get my pointer here. Let's see if I can get my pointer up here so that you can see what I'm talking about. Get my pointer. All right, so I'm coming to My Settings. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 7th, or from the bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4 from the bottom up, right? My Settings. Select My Settings, and then I want you to select Permissions and Update Passwords. Click on that. And then I want you to select Permissions. And now that you have permissions, all right, this is where it gets interesting. Now you can put your upline email address here. If your upline is not using or doing Bizrunner RI training and they're just not interested right now at this stage. They want to see you big up and get fabulous in the business, and then they'll pay attention to what you're doing. It's just, that's how it is sometimes. All right. And so then you click on here and you can put the difference makers here or your upline, or you can even put the difference makers in the bottom here. So you can do ridifference@gmail.com. All right. AIL.com. You know, guys, it would be so much easier if I just put my glasses on, right? Can't try to be cute, right? It just doesn't work. Got to see what you're doing. All right. So ridifference@gmail.com. You can put that as your upline, or you can even put ridifference in the, you can have, if your upline is up here, it's okay. Put your upline, and then you can put ridifference in the second box here. Now, notice this. If you're trying to open up your box, you already have stuff in your box here. One of the ways to open up the box on your phone is to put the cursor, because you'll only see one email address in the bottom, or 1 or 2. put it right next to the first email and click the enter. It's going to open up the entire box. All right. So in case you can't open up, you can't see all the people on your list, put the cursor next to the first name on the list and click the enter on your keyboard. It just opens up the entire box. So you get to see all who's on the box. Now you want to make sure, it says here, enter your upline email address so that they can see your progress. You can put their name on the top here. Enter email addresses of others you want to give permission to so they can see your progress. That is a mentor, a coach, or others on your team. Separate each email with an address with a comma. If you don't put a comma, it's not going to work. All right, so you're going to put ridifference@gmail.com and any member of your team. So you want to get together with your team members and you make sure you get everyone's email addresses and you put everyone's email address into this box here with a comma, space, and then you put in the next email address and then comma, space, okay? So E90, just to Kima at gmail.com, and then you put comma, all right? And then you put space, and then you do the next email address. And when you do that for each member of your team, they will be able to see your medals, and you will be able to see their medals, but everyone has to do it. So for our team, what we did is that we got everyone's email addresses, right? We have our group chat. And if you have a team already, even if it's 2 or 3 of you, doesn't matter, start getting together. So we use WhatsApp for our meetings, right? So when we post things, everything is there. Some people like to use Facebook. That's okay. Just choose a spot and stay there so your team knows where to find you no matter what, all right? So we would post everyone's email addresses on the chat, and then everyone would get in there and put in their email addresses into the back office. Now you must put your phone number at the bottom as well, right? You want to do that so that way they can call you right from the app if they need to. Say, go, Daryl. Great job, Daryl. Great job, Greg, right? So it takes you directly. So you got to put a phone number for that to happen here. And you have to put your email address at the bottom here as well, your email address. And then when you do that, you have to hit the submit button. So a few things to remind you, do not forget to put the comma after the every email address, and make sure you spell the email addresses correct. Now, another thing that happens, right, is that sometimes you're still not seeing it. Something is wrong. It's not working. I want you to slow yourself down. Like this morning, I had to seriously slow myself down because when I got on the computer, right, it was on with no problem. And then all of a sudden it decided to do its own thing. And I had to get extremely calm and focus my attention on solving the problem, not panicking, but solving. So when you have a situation with technology, you want to slow yourself down because sometimes it's a simple thing as you didn't spell it correctly. You didn't include the comma, right? You might have 2 commas, or the email may have been, you put a comma instead of .com. You have to go back and look at the details, because it's all about the details. All right, so you hit the submit button, and once you hit the submit button, all right, let's go up here, right, it's in there. So any questions on the Leaderview this morning? Any questions on the Leaderview? I'm gonna do a stop share and come back to you guys. Any questions on the Leaderview this morning?
No, that was great. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Cherie. Any questions, any comments, any concerns regarding Bizrunner on the whole?
Yes, good morning. I have a question.
Go ahead, Ms. June. Good morning.
I don't know how to send cards in Bizrunner.
Okay, don't know how to send cards in Bizrunner. Okay, so guys, let me see, how much time do we have? Okay, so we could move on to that. So we can move on to that only if the team, because I would like to do a call for send out cards, but if we have enough time today, we can do that, June, but hold a second with that. Any other questions on how to support your team? Ginny?
Oh, nope. I had a general Bizrunner for later.
Okay, so, all right, so no, everyone's good with that. All right, so let's move on. Ginny, you have a question, and then we'll go to June's question. You have a general Bizrunner question.
If somebody has a freeze in Bizrunner, a technical freeze, what should they do? Would they worry about losing contact? Like, for example, recently the calendar button, when you tap the calendar button, when you go in to reschedule, the calendar button didn't bring up a calendar. And so what would you do in that case?
All right, now sometimes on your phone, if you have a lot of apps open on your phone, you know, there's a little 3 dots on the bottom that shows you all your apps that's open. Close them all out. And when you close them all out and you go back and open Bizrunner, I find that you should have no problems there. Have you had that, Ginny?
I've had that, yes, for sure.
So that's one of the things I find is that when you have all of these apps open, you start, because now the phone is working harder to keep all of these different apps going at the same time. So at the bottom, if you have an Android, because I have an Android, if I click at the bottom of my Android here, all right, there's 3 little at the bottom, all the way at the bottom here. Let me get my wrong camera. All at the bottom here. See these 3 lines here on mine? All right. If I click on that, it's going to open up all the apps that I have going right now. See, these are all the apps I have open right now. If I don't want that, I can just simply click on close all. And if I click on close all of them go away. All right. And another thing that I want to show you guys with my own phone, and probably one day I'll put my phone up on the screen here, is that I put all of the apps that I want to have access to right on the top. So I have my Inajimobi, right? I have my RI training, I have Bizrunner, I have my Zomly app, and I have my Square, because these are the apps that I access. And I keep my front, I only have 1 screen available, right? So only the apps that I want is on the front. All the other apps, I put them off to the side. All right, so that way, when you have to speak to someone and you have to open up Bizrunner, you're not searching, trying to find it. It's right on the front screen. All right, so let's go into send out cards. Ginny, did that answer your questions?
Excellent.
All right, nice. Okay, so let's go into send out cards. I know I spoke about this on the call, but we didn't really do it for you guys to see it. So today, when I log this recording, I will be putting it as send out cards and Leaderview. Okay, so to do send out a card, you can click on. Let's just open up any client. So let's say I have someone in my. Let's go here. Or let me go back. Let's take someone in the follow-up queue. Because if you have someone in the follow-up queue, right? If you go to the follow-up queue and you select someone there, it could be that you want to send the card to say to the person, you know what? Thank you for coming to the presentation. It was great to have you, right? And they may have said some good things that makes you hopeful that they're going to get involved, okay? So I'm going to open up here Lisa Nichols, right, from Les Brown. Click on that. All right, so now this is opened up here. And let's say I would like to send a card to Lisa Nichols, all right? I'm going to click on, I'm going to click on where it says send out a card, send a card. Okay, so it's asking you here, go back here, sorry. Why is my send a card not here? It is, sorry. Right in front of me, right? So all you have to do, guys, is take the time to click on the button and just read the instructions, and that will help you out a lot. So this option will mail an actual greeting card that your customer, that you customize to your referral, Les Brown, Lisa Nichols. So we know that Lisa Nichols is a referral of Les Brown, all right? Follow-up is now easier than ever before. Imagine how amazed they will be when they receive a personal card from you, okay? Let me put my glasses on, that will help, right? When they will be when they get a personal card from you. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Confirm their physical address, select and customize a card, choose from 1,000 cards. So you have 1,000 cards to choose from. Preview, confirm, and send. So send a card to yourself for free the first time you get a Bizrunner card credit. So when you buy your Bizrunner card credits, you can send yourself a Bizrunner card for free. It only takes 2 credits to send a card in the US and 3 credits to send a card internationally. So if I click on Let's Get Started, it opens it up and we can go to work here. All right. So confirm name and address to send to the card. So you want to make sure you put in the address for this person. Let's say 1, 2, 3 Prosperity, Prospe, Prosperity Boulevard. Okay. And let me see here. That was the name, wasn't it? Copy. So address to send to. Paste, and here is the person. Let's go back here. All right, enter spouse name if you want optionally, enter company name if you want to, and then the address. Line 2. All right, city, Prosperity Boulevard. Let's say city STG, Streets of Gold. And then state. You can put that state as, what's a good state, Ginny?
New Jersey.
All right, guys. So New Jersey, and then we can say zip code 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then you say save and select card to send to the recipient. So it's really simple here. All right. So you can select a card. They have different types: birthday, gratitude cards, holiday cards, occasion cards, French language, Spanish language, right? Special interest, keeping in touch, expressions, and then they have some of the special collections. And some of them say, they tell you exactly how many cards for each group. So there's 1,339 cards in this group here. All right, and 1,007 cards. So let's say keeping in touch, or we want to say gratitude card. Let's click on gratitude card, and it's loading the images. All right. Thank you. You can do any type of thank you. You can say thanks. I'm so grateful for you. You know, a note to say thank you. Let's click on that one. So if I click on a note to say thank you, a note to say thank you. It's loading up here. Do I click on that? This computer is a little slow, guys. All right. So it should open right up. All right. Is it going to take me to card credits first? I think so. All right, I think I'm supposed to go to card credits first. Let's give it a chance to load. Oops, threw me out. All right, so guys, my computer is not the funnest right now, the one that I'm using right now. I had to pull this one out. All right, so we'll do this one again, guys. So June, let me do this on my computer the next time when I have the better computer. This computer is slow and it's not as friendly as the other one. Is that okay?
Okay, that's fine. Thank you.
Okay. So in the meantime, you can play with it, right? You can click on it now, and don't be afraid to touch buttons. Touch buttons, make mistakes. It's okay. All right. You can always take it out, make a new name, you know, a fake name, follow the fake name through it, and just see how it works. So you can do send a card, and you can put a note in here that you've done that, right? Action taken. it has send a card. So if you sent a card, you can do that as an action taken. All right, send a card. You guys see that on the screen here? All right. Let me click my little thingy for you guys to follow for those who can't see it. It says right here, send a card. So that's an action taken. Just like making a phone call, sending an email, or meeting in person, sending a card is an action taken. All right. So any questions on this? Any other questions?
I do, Nikki. Much Earl.
Hey, Earl.
Hey, good morning. Listen, how do you get credits?
How do you get the credit? So the credits is right when you go through here. My computer is slow. It'll take you to a screen that'll allow you to buy the credits. You just purchase the credit right there.
Okay.
You can say I want 6 credits or 12 credits or 20 credits or whatever, 100 credits. I think there's a certain amount in there. If you look at your phones right now, guys, and you do it on your phones, if someone has their phone up and they're looking at the credits, it can tell me what it is right now. All right. Anyone's willing to do that, or do I have to do it? I'll do it.
I'm trying, but it's
I can't.
as soon as I click save and select card to send to recipient, the top says Bizrunner credits, and then the cards, the selection you have to choose from, but it doesn't give you a place to see credits or to.
Well, I think you probably, after you're done getting everything set up, then it'll ask you for how much credits you would like to buy.
Yeah, I can't go to the next step.
Yeah, so you have to make sure it won't allow you to go forward until you save, like put in the person's, you have to put in all the information.
Yeah.
It's not going to allow you to go through until you put in the information, probably even set up a card, and then at the end it will say, okay, how many credits would you like? All right, and it doesn't take a very long time if you're doing it on your phone and you enter all the information. It'll take you through, because I've done it. All right, and it just takes you, and you say, okay, how many credits time you have, and then you'll have the credits there for whenever you want to send out a card. You don't have to buy credits every time. I think it was $11 was the smallest amount, I think. $11, and it takes and $11 give you, let me not say, but a certain amount of credits, and then you can use from that credit to send cards.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you, Earl. Any other question? Anything that's not working? You're getting stuck? Sam, go ahead, Sam. Good morning.
Good morning, Nakeem. I've got a comment. I would encourage everybody to really use send out cards. I'm kind of rebuilding, but when I was in the fastest growth a few years ago, in about 15 months, I sent out about 4,000. And I know I had at least 30 or 40 people that were close to quitting or doing nothing. I got a personal card and put the right, some good information on there, letting them know you believe in them. And some of them still going today. So, we're so used to texts, emails, and all that, but that personal touch. So if people's not aware of it, that could be a phenomenal tool to really get closer to people and let them know you care about them, because it doesn't take very long to do, but it's just a little bit longer maybe than sending a text or an email. And just pick out, I had about 7 or 8 different cards that I could go to depending on what I thought they needed. So I just wanted to throw that in. That is really a great tool that can help us all grow faster. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Sam. And that's so true, because when people receive a personalized card or something, it means more. I don't know if long ago I know growing up in the islands, you go to someone's home, they used to have a string across the wall from one side of the wall to the other with cards hanging on it. Cards that people gave them, right? So that it was a proud thing that someone sent you a card. It would be displayed in your home, right? So cards mean a lot to a lot of people. That was the old school way. I remember going into people's homes, and it was something that you always saw, a string from one end of the wall to the other, and on it would be hanging these different cards that the person received from different people. And it showed that you were loved when you had all these cards hanging on your wall. Like, wow, this person receives a lot of cards. It's pretty nice, right? Okay, guys, so any other questions this morning? Any other questions on Bizrunner? Come on, guys. I know you got questions.
I have a question, Nakima.
Go ahead, Sheree.
So what if we put together like a generic type card with different sayings or different photos of our products or about cleanings? What if we put something like that together, and is there a way for that to be, you know, like it says a thank you and it's just a generic? What if we had a section for people to go ahead and put some of their cards that they've designed, but that's generic, not just for one person, and with pictures, so that so many others don't have to recreate and get stuck. They can go see what we have.
Oh, that's a great question. I mean, I could always ask Clay about that, but I think they use a third-party company for that. It's not that they're doing it. So they do a third-party company, I believe. And so that company is the one that will have to say how to upload, or if you could send a custom card or something like that. Or there may be a way to do a custom card, so I can find out that information as well. Go ahead, Ginny.
You can insert a photo as the front of your cover. So I love screenshotting things that I've found that look great or whatever. So you can insert any kind of photo as the cover. I think it says photo somewhere on it. And you could do that. And then maybe just send suggestions to teammates, or on a call like this, like, here's a card I sent and this works great. You know, especially if somebody just even buys a device or they get ranked up to another level. It would be great if we had, you know, the welcome to 2A or 3A. It would be fun. We can work on that. That's our next project.
Yeah, so I think Cherie wants to find out if we can have those in the system already loaded up, so that members of your team can use the same cards. They don't have to create their own. So we could always ask that question. Never hurts to ask. So
and if we can't do it on the system itself, maybe amongst ourselves, we can create another section or another a Facebook group or something for people to a Bizrunner send out or something that they could put, because I have some suggestions, but it might, you know, just help others that might be wanting to get stuff out like Mr. Sam did.
All right, so we can ask about that question. Great question there, Cherie. Thank you. All right, guys, any other questions? We're at 8:42. Where are you getting stuck in Bizrunner? What's working? What's not working? Let me see who can say where they're getting this, where their biggest challenge is. I know it's early.
Nakeem, I have a question.
Go ahead, June.
I understand that Bizrunner is a timestamp app. Now, on yesterday, I had 5 names to add in Bizrunner, but I didn't do it because I said, oh, I think you should wait till Monday, June, because it'll be timestamped for Sunday. So I don't know. I'm kind of confused about that. Could I have done it on Monday so that it could count? I mean, on Sunday so that it could count for today?
No, that's a great question. The time stamping, Bizrunner runs from Monday to Sunday. And on Sunday at midnight, it goes back to 0 everything. Monday to Sunday, and it goes back to 0. So it counts when that's why we do the week prior when we do numbers, right? On Friday for difference makers, we do the prior week because we know the week is not completed. It's only Friday. There's still Saturday and Sunday. So we still have, like, you know, 3 days, because we're doing our Bizrunner Rising Stars on Friday morning. So if you want the numbers to count for Monday, like this weekend here, I'm closing a sale, right? And the person said, okay, I want the device. Okay, cool. It's not gonna show up as a sale for me for last week, even though I met with them and they fill out the application. The application does not go in until this week. So I can't count it as a sale for last week. I have to count it as a sale for this week. All right. If everything goes as planned. So you don't, even though you fill out the application, you don't take the credit until it's actually completed. So June, does that help? You want to do it on Monday if you want it to count for Monday. If you put it in last night, before midnight, it'll count as last week.
Okay, thank you. I didn't do it. I'm going to do it after this call. So thank you very much.
You're welcome. Yeah, all right. So June is working on that 90% winner walking this week, June, because you made it on this morning. So she wants to check off that she made it on the Bizrunner support call this morning. All right, guys. Anyone else have any questions, any concerns? Yes, go ahead, Daryl.
Yes, good morning, Nakima. I bought some credits a few months back, and do those credits eventually run out if you don't use them, or are they still there? Because I just tried to put a card through to someone, and it didn't take me to the next step after I clicked on the card.
No, your credits are your credits. It's there. You don't use your credits, you use them. Yeah.
Okay, it must not be working too good this morning then.
Yeah, so see if you just check your phone, and if there's any challenges, you call the RI training. They're pretty awesome over there.
Okay,
Yeah.
I've used it before though. I love that feature.
Oh, you've used it. Wonderful, wonderful. Daryl is just like blowing it up out the water, Daryl. So super proud of you. And I just want to say, for those of you who are not using your cameras right now, I know it's early in the morning. I want to challenge you guys to eventually, this is an opportunity for you to learn how to use technology to your advantage, because you'll be able to meet people across the ways or across the pond via Zoom. So one of the things, if you're going to set yourself up to be on a Zoom with us, all you need to do is, I would say, make sure you have the light in front of you. If you're going to be sitting in front of by a window, right? Make sure, like Ginny, see how Ginny, you can see behind Ginny, there's light, but I'm sure there's some kind of light in front of her, right, Ginny? You have a window or something?
Oh yeah, 5 windows, 6 windows.
Yes, there's a lot of windows, right? That's giving her lighting, right? Cherie, you have a light in front of you, right?
Yes.
All right. So if you want to make sure, like I see Michael really well. So Michael, you have a window that's off to your right or something like that, correct? You're muted. You're muted.
Yes, I have a window that's off to my right.
There you go. So I could see the light. That's why he's getting more light. But if we want to see his face more lit, we can put a light in front of us. There goes Minister B. So it's always important, if you're deciding to come on, part of Zoom etiquette is that you are able to be seen properly. Put a light in front. It could be a lamp, and you could take the shade off the lamp, and that way you're lit from the front so that your face can be seen much better. All right, and just keep your clothes on. All right, and get on. Start, opening. You see, people are turning on their cameras, and I think that's really important for you to be able to do these things. Watching Sam grow very quickly as you go through E90 is amazing. To watch him just step into technology, use it, and make it happen. All right, and any other questions, guys? Because we're going to wrap up early if no questions. Because I need the questions in order to flow.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Kimberly.
I had a situation where this week I entered in, I had a tokeray that I put in, and I just was wondering, like, where do you or how do you? But what I did was I just added them both into my Bizrunner, and then I just put in my notes that where the person is who is the signer on for the tokeray into my Bizrunner also. So I was just wanting feedback from you guys about that.
Okay, so you have someone who enrolled as a tokeray, and so this tokeray is a business builder, or the tokeray is a customer?
No, she's a business builder.
He's a business builder. And I know for tokeray, it's really business builders, but sometimes people still going to do tokeray. They give you referrals so that they can just get their machine. But if you have a tokeray that says, yes, you know, let's take the person, let me do this really quickly. And I'll show you guys how quickly you can do this. Excuse me. Hit on the plus sign, manually enter contact. All right, and again, if you wanna be able to identify as a Tokere, you can start their first name as Tokere. So that way all your Tokeres are together. You can to make sure you're keeping up with your Tokeres. How do you spell Tokere, Jenny? T-O-U?
T-O-K.
T-O-K?
U-R-E-I.
All right, so Tokere. And you could put a dash, and you can put the person's first name is Wendy. And the last name is Donovan. All right, so Wendy Donovan. All right, so Wendy Donovan, phone number 123-456-7890. And this is how quickly you can enter this information into your, so Wendy Donovan at gmail.com. All right, and don't forget, you can also put your dashes in between there if you want to do that. It's not going to insert it for you. Some phones will insert it, some will not. All right, and then you hit the save button. Let me get my pointer here. Get my pointer, sorry about that. Now we're coming up to the hour. I want to be on the difference makers call. All right, so save, it's save. Once you save it, take me to the next step. All right, it's loading. Take me to the next step. All right, so now Tokere, you can put all your Tokeres starting with T. So when you go looking for your, you know all the people who are your Tokeres to make sure you keep up with them. All right, so this one, let's just say action taken, met in person. And we have to do that. And the result was, let's just go straight at enrolled in my business. All right. It opens up enrollment type right away. And we can select that this person is a distributor. What date and time will you meet with Tokere, Wendy Donovan, to do an orientation on your company products and compensation plan? So you're going to select on. All right. So I'm going to meet with her at 7 p.m. All right, done. And we're going to meet with her on, let's say, tomorrow. All right. The date and time is here. Hit the done button. All right. And then hit save. And that's it. Where would I find her? If I went to the home screen, Kimberly, where would I find her?
She'll be in number 2.
Yeah, she's going to be in your enrollment number 5.
Number 5, exactly. So that's why you got a medal, because you had a sale.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if you come in here and you open it up, we should find her right here. Tokere, Wendy Donovan. Okay. And that's it. That's how simple it is to do that. If you can also do this for referrals. I do it for referrals. I do it for people that I give E90 books to. So I create groups so that I can find all the people I gave an E90 book to, all the people that I that are referrals. So that way I know that this is a referral. It's not my own personal sale. So I don't forget and go signing the person up directly to me. I can remember, you know, because sometimes you're working on a referral for a long time, right? And the person who gave you the referral, they're not following up with them, right? They're just kind of like, and if it's someone in your business and you want them to receive a check to hopefully at some point activate them, then you want to make sure that you do this. So guys, I'm going to take the stop share here and I'm going to pass the time on to Cherie to make announcements. Thank you so very much, guys. Kimberly, thank you for your question. June, thank you for your question. Sam, it's so good to hear from you on the call. Keep up the good work, Daryl. All right, everyone. And all of those who asked questions before I got here.
Thank you so much, Nikema. Thank you, everybody, for waking up early and getting on this call. It means a lot just to dig in and learn together as a team. The announcements that we have this week, we have the RI training call. It's the number 40. lesson on relationship building, and that's on the phone call for Difference Maker right after this this Zoom. And on Thursday, and in see, tonight's Monday evening. Tonight, Clay has a training that he goes over on his Zoom. I think it's e90master.com, and that's at 7:30. So you just go to your what you call that, Nakima? Your
Zoom on your computer. Yeah, just go on there and.
Well, Zoom, or I just go to my Safari because it doesn't. But anyway, it's a website, e90zoom.com, and it pulls up into me. It pulls up into my my Zoom. But on Thursday, we have the E90 overview that Nakima is going to be going over from the farm. That's going to be exciting, and that's where I'm going to send out and tag you guys. So if we can pass that around and share it so that we can get everybody on the E90 overview so they can start learning about E90. And then on Saturday, Coach and Shannon will be going over why own a personal franchise. This call was recorded from last Saturday. I'm not sure when it's going to be available, but it was super fantastic. It was so good. And you're going to want to share this with all of your team members and your family and your friends. And so it was just an excellent call to really understand the benefits of owning your own personal franchise. And so that's about it. And I thank you, everybody. Thank you, Nakima, Jenny, and everyone else for being a part of this call.
Thank you guys, and see you guys next week. And if there's a topic that you would like us to go over in Bizrunner, send me a text message. My number is 917-620-7881. That's 917-620-7881. If there's a topic that you'd like me to cover, so I will prepare for the send a card, and we'll do that together on the call. Thank you guys. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Thanks, everybody.
Bless and be a blessing, everyone.
Amen.